going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? Let's mute this. Come on. Waiting for it to catch up. All right, there we go. So let's see. Captain Newbie says, "Good evening." Mwahahaha. Russ says, "Yoo-hoo, woohoo." B says he's third, and that this should be a good conversation. Hopefully, yes. Smoking Goodness Barbecue says, "Evening, everyone. How you guys doing this evening? All you early birds, all you cool cats and kittens." Is that what Carol Baskin used to say or said? Evening. Let's see. Where is he going to find someone willing? It's hard. It is hard. Guns and Barbecue. What's going on? What up, Jimmy? How you doing this evening? Hopefully everybody is doing fine this evening. Yes, sir. Guns and Barbecue, I saw that you moved, so congratulations on getting set up with your new spot. And, wish you best of luck. Quentin, Guns and Barbecue, he's got the looky eyes. Now that I know you're here, I'm going to be more descriptive on things that I do. So, things that I am doing. All right, Strong 0254 says, "Thank you for sharing." Well, thank you for being here to accept the sharing. Right? Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being a part. Terry from Madwood Barbecue, he says, "Hey, ha, Dash." Hey, Dash, yeah, that's what he said. Battlefield backyard barbecue in the house. Goodness gracious, try to say that 3 times fast. No worries. No worries. I never hear you read my first comment because of the commercial. Oh, alright, well, hold up. Captain Newbie was the first one here. He said, "Good evening." Good evening. It's like from the Addams Family or the Munsters or something like that. Actually, I was watching the Addams Family with Taste Tester number 3 the other day. Tom, this is the Steel Drummer Legend. What up? Oh man, not me. I'm just a regular guy. Tonight we have to take a clear shot for Brother Steven. He is jonesing. Oh really? I might be able to. I might be able to facilitate. So I had this sitting, right? And my wife said, "Why do you have those bottles of water on the floor?" Those aren't bottles of water. Those aren't bottles of water. Neil, how you doing? He says, "Hello from Canada." Hey, the Great White North, thank you for joining us. That's your descriptive tonight. I'm sitting here in a white tee reading the ex-person's comment. No need to be descriptive any more than usual. Oh, well, shoot. Yeah, well, we're going to see what we can do, So, okay. I'm holding, and actually, see, this is where I caught myself. So I'm holding up a gallon jug, and it has a liquid in it, and it looks like water, but it definitely doesn't taste like water, and it contains alcohol. So there's that. And I'm getting ready to pour a little bit. So you know what, Jimmy. He said, "I need to take a shot for somebody." Who did Jimmy? Oh, for Brother Steven. All right, so look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pour a little bit in there. No mixer yet. And we're going to take a sip. Now, there's a little bit of water down the bottom of my cup, so sorry. Two, this is not high test, so I didn't even flinch. I didn't even make a face. Ooh, a little less water that time. All right, there's the pour, and close that back up. And I've gotten to the point where I know that if I'm going to be drinking that, I need to chase it with some of this. So we can pour the energy drink in there. And I had an energy drink. I'm getting better at this. I'm trying to get ahead of everything. So I'm like, oh.
Are you still trying to do that?
No, probably not.
Because I wanted to check on it before I went to sleep.
What time are you?
It had 6 hours, and I have quite a bit of homework to do.
Alright, well, 6 hours is 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not even up till 3, but before
I
I go to
know.
sleep, I wanted to check, and I don't want to wake you.
Alright, fine. Alright, let's see. Yeah, quitting. He said slip slow. Nah. That was taste tester number 1. He's attempting to make some jerky. So my wife bought a new air fryer. It's actually I need to hit up CJ because it's a Ninja air fryer. There was a Amazon deal the other day with it was on a treasure truck. That's what it was. So she picked it up, and we've been trying new things. So earlier tonight, she air fried some chicken wings, or like some wing dings, and I put some, kind of made some potato wedges. They were okay. All right. So if you haven't already, thank you, Guns and thank you, Guns and Barbecue. He says there's 16 folks watching, only 11 thumbs up. So I see 17 folks watching now, and still only 11 thumbs up. There's 12. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. So normally for the first 10, 15 minutes or so, I say hi to everybody, make sure everybody's, good. Russ said apple don't fall far. Apple don't fall far, Dad. Yeah, I know. But he's been itching to make some jerky. And I don't know where he got this, but I think it's like a pork tenderloin he might have had or is using to try and make this jerky. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. He's got quite a few hours to go. He just put it in the air fryer. So, but how's everybody else doing? How's everybody doing this evening? He said, "Have no fear, blind guys on the lookout." Yep, I see what you did there. Definitely see what you did there. No, but I really appreciate you. You checking out my channel, and I won't say watching, but listening in. Definitely appreciate it. So those of you guys who are here and ask me about cooking videos and things like that, because I have had literally no catering jobs in the past couple weeks, I cooked something. I cooked something last week, and it's for the video for tomorrow. So, yeah. Gabriel says hello, Vato Dash, and everyone. ¿Qué te pasa contigo? So, but yeah, it's a cooking video. It was me cooking dinner for my kids and I last week. So, Beast is son bought a cap gun today. It's crap. Whatever happened to the good old 6-shooters with the rolls? It's all this single shot plastic crap now. Man, I have no idea, B. Look, I haven't had a cap gun in a very long time. Yes, Oh yeah, and so Jimmy, I don't I don't know if I like said it here. So Jimmy made mention. He said, "I was so glad to see taste tester number 3 learning the range art the other day." So I picked up a little part time job working at a local gun range. I've been telling you guys I'm big into it. You know, 2A community shooting and things like that. So I was like, I happened to be in there, got to talking to somebody, and they were like, "Are you interested in working here?" I was like, I don't know. Like, why would I want to work here? And they're like, "Well, first you get a free membership." I was like, "Say less." Obviously, I get things that cost, and I get to hang around and be out. So I'm actually working on the range side of the store, in the range. So as a range safety officer type of situation. So I hang out all day on Sundays, and yeah. But because of that, I took my daughter shooting last week, and just hadn't taken her shooting in a while. And I was like, you know what? Come on, let's go. So we had a ball. Took her out. She took I have two little junior rifles for her, and she took them out single shot bolt actions. Took them out, had a ball, and then I have a few 15 well yeah 1522 one pistol one rifle. Same thing. She had a ball shooting those. So it's a really fun time. And then my taste tester number 1 asked me today and said, "Hey, can we go on Friday?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Well, I don't know. We might have to think about that because I thought they had something else to do on Friday night. So maybe I might try to take them tomorrow. Anyway, anyway, so that is that. Yeah, definitely appreciate that. As for, I live in Baltimore City. Oh, all right. That's what's up. Retrieve some equipment for work. Nice. Don't forget about the Olive Garden dressing marinated chicken breast to cook. Highly recommend. Best white meat seasoning ever. We do, and you know what, Quentin? It's one of those things where I have one and not the other. I got peanut butter, no jelly, no ham, no burger, cereal, no milk. Chilling waiting for the folks in the Del Rio. Nice. Sean, what's going on? Can you get a bazooka? No. Damn it, Joey. You probably could get a bazooka in Ohio easier and faster than I could get a bazooka in Maryland. Maryland is tough, man. It is tough. It is a tough state to live in when it comes to 2A rights and the like. Especially the fact that I live in Baltimore City is even worse. Wanna play paintball with the bad guys? Yeah, with the price of ammo. No, no, Sean. So I did a, I won't say I did a thing, but I the cost of ammo has definitely gone up, right? But one, I have and take a lot of 22 LR. I was fortunate enough, and it's easy enough to find 22 LR at Walmart's here and there. And I've been, I won't say stocking up, but I've been getting it. And then I have a Connect, and I got a when I say a like almost a literal ton um, bestowed upon me. So I took a quart container of 22 rounds, and we went through probably 300 or 400 rounds. Um, but and that was with the daughter. So anyway, let's see. Strong says you can't buy a slingshot here in Maryland. Sure enough. Sean said he just so happened to stock up right before the pandemic. I thought I was doing well too. And then I was like, I didn't think it was going to be this bad or as bad as it is. And I went out and I took taste test number 1 shooting, and we went through probably 1,000 rounds um, between 9:45 and 22 when I went to this outdoor range. And man, if I knew now what I mean, if I knew then what I know now, I would have held on to it. Paintball tear gas, no sir. All right, so we are 15 minutes in. Let's officially get this party started. Staffing. Staffing. How do you get help? How can you get help? Literally, have you guys had to pay people to help you to get things done? So Jack says, I live in Washington State. We still have open carry here. Permit needed if you wish to conceal carry. Yeah, there is. Maryland is it's not even easy to get a concealed carry. Like, most states just say, all right, fill out the paperwork, do whatever is necessary, take a class, and once you fill out the paperwork, as long as you have a need and you pass the background check, here's your concealed carry. Not in Maryland. Not in Maryland. You have to have a very valid justification. And it's tough. Ask me how I know. Keon says, hey, first time on your live, watch your videos. I like to run my 2 smokers, looking in Decatur and in Dallas, Fort Worth area. Well, that's what's up. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations and best of luck to you, sir, in your future endeavors. And look, so we're gonna get to talking about this about how to how do you get people? How do you find people? How do you get people to help you? Staffing. Russ said duct tape and NyQuil. Nah, buddy. B said about 3 weeks into opening my stand, I had to hire someone. He said very stressful. So B, how did you do it? Did you just kind of ask your friends, or was it somebody who was hanging out? Did they volunteer? How did you find that person or persons to help you out? So, and I'm gonna say, tonight's live stream was, I won't say brought to us, but the idea was given to me by Marcus. I was talking to Marcus earlier. He was telling me about the weather down there in Austin, and I said, hey man, what should we talk about tonight? He says staffing. So, and we'll get into why I know he's having a hard time finding someone to fill his very big shoes down there. But all right, B said it was a friend of a friend that just got out of prison and needed a job. Nice. Gabriel says 22 mag is also from around. So Gabriel, I'm trying to limit my calibers just so I can limit the different types of ammo I need. Obviously 22 LR is pretty popular. I mean 22, 40, 45, 9. That's what I have right now. And then also, unfortunately, 5.56. These days it ain't easy. Yeah, Russ, sure enough. Keon says, how do you know when you need to start staffing? When you can't do it all yourself. I mean, it's going to be evident. That there are going to be more things to do than there are hours in a day. When I've had some of my bigger cooks, I will reach out to friends and say, hey, I'll pay you this amount per hour. I really need some extra help. Like when I did that event for the 500 person event, I had a friend of mine come up to my house basically 2 days in a row to help me out. And he was able to run and keep tabs on the smoker while I was in the kitchen cutting up meat, getting meat prepped. And what that allowed me to do was to keep working as opposed to chopping up chicken for half an hour, 45 minutes, stopping, taking off my gloves, going out to the garage, throwing a stick or two, coming back in the house, putting my gloves back on, getting back in, chopping for another half an hour, 45 minutes, stopping, going back outside. He was able to do that running back and forth between the house and the garage for me, so I didn't have to stop and change my gloves. I could stay in my flow, and then as I'm getting food ready and putting it into pans, I'm able to give it to him, and he's able to take it out to my garage and put it in the refrigerators out in the garage. So, he definitely was a big help in helping me get all of those things processed. Look, B said, when you're falling asleep standing up. I guess Quentin agrees. Let's see. Jimmy said he just picked up a wedding rehearsal dinner in November with sides, and I have a guy at work that wants to learn. So I agreed to show him what little I know if it helps with the event. If he helps with the event. Perfect, Jimmy. You know, sometimes, though, it's one of those things where, and I'm sure Brian can attest, you have to be careful in who you show, what you show, because then people want to get bold and they want to start doing stuff on their own. So, and I'll let B expand upon that. Lou, how you doing this evening? Lou Calamados is in the building. He said, "What's going on, Dash? How is everyone doing this evening? I myself am fine. I'm doing just fine. Strong says, call me. I'm in Southern Maryland. Call you for what? Oh, call you to help. I might have to keep that in mind. So, how about this? This is what you can do. Hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is Steel Drum Smokers. Hit me up on Instagram, and you know, if I ever get to that point where I'm like, yo, I need to call in reinforcements, calling back up. But I will tell you, my buddy that helped me out, my buddy's name is Roger. He's helped me out 2 or 3 times, so he is my go-to person to call. Like, hey Roger, I need a hand. But I mean, I can start a temp list or something. I'm gonna call you, but if you come by, I won't call you. Oh, I'm trying to think. What movie was that? Um, hmm. Russ said my 2 girls, 24 and 20, both working for the whole pandemic with my troopers. Yeah. All right. So B said I never showed him anything, just how to work the fire and spray brisket and ribs. Wasn't about to give up proprietary information to someone just out of prison. Yeah, and I completely understand. So I thought your folks, your peoples, be try to kind of dirty. Jimmy says Friday, Friday, Friday. Johnny from MTG. MTG means man, that's good barbecue. He says, "What's up, Dash and barbecue family? Don't ever come by here." Okay, that was when Big Perm was talking to Smokey. He was like, "I'm gonna call you." Yeah. Uh huh. Ezel played in Friday. He passed away. Yes, indeed. He passed away. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Yeah, gonna have me watching Friday again soon. Mm. Hey, Smokey, that's you over there. Yes, indeed. All right, so I mean, fortunate for me, I have been able to do the majority of the things that I need to do by myself. But when I do have to, when I do need to call in help, I do have a friend that I know. And so my buddy that I called in, he was laid off for a very long time. And it was one of those things where I know he needed a couple extra dollars. So it was, I won't say it was nothing for me, but it was easier for me to call him up and say, hey, can you be at my house at like 10 o'clock and we're going to be here until on this day? He's like, yeah, sure. I'll be up there. Cool. He came up to the house and he helped me out. Like I said, he was helping me process meats. So as I have my hands in that, and I'm, getting dirty, he's able to bring me trays of meat and help, get while I'm pulling it and doing everything, season it and everything, and then he could take the stuff out to the garage. So he helped me on um Friday because I had cooked all day, well, Thursday into Friday morning, and then I cooked Friday. So everything that I cooked Thursday night into Friday morning, once it was finished and prepped, or once it was finished, I took it out and was able to then cook a second round of, because I think I cooked the chicken first, or like the brisket and the pork shoulder first. But I cooked in waves, and he was able to help me do all of the processing while I was still cooking that Friday for the event on Saturday. So he came, like I said, about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. He helped me all day. We didn't finish until 8 or 9 o'clock that night. And then he came back the next morning and he helped me get the van loaded. He helped me get everything packed, packed. And we drove to the event and he helped me unload. And then when I got to the event, I had 4 girls help me out. So another friend of mine, his now wife, her friend, my buddy Roger, and then another longtime, friend of the family, who also was like, "Hey, if you ever need a hand, let me know." And it worked out. It worked out. Um, so B from Patriot Barbecue, he said his family, he said they tried to steal my business. They never showed them anything either, and they felt miserably, and even gave someone food poisoning. Oh wow, wow, wow. Captain Newbie said, I find it hard to ask for help. So this is a hard subject for me, but I'm getting better or older. So Russ, let me just tell you, my wife has made it abundantly clear that I also suck at asking for help. When my wife helps me with events, like the first time I took my wife to an event, or with me, she went with me to an event. It was an event that I had for a credit union. A friend of mine is a CEO of a credit union, and I was doing lunch for them for their credit union. They were having a meeting or something, and my wife went with me. First time she had ever gone with me, and I'd been doing the catering thing for probably a year or so at this point. And she went with me, and she's like, "What can I help with?" And I'm like, I don't need any help." But the problem was, I didn't know how to ask for help because I never had help. So when I got help, I didn't know how to utilize the help. From that day forward, I have been trying to get better, but I still suck at it. So, and I'm the first one to admit that I suck at it. And it's one of those things where my wife has helped me in order to accept the help that I didn't know I needed. That's another thing too. We don't know we need the help because we're so independent and we can do these things and we have been doing these things, so that when you do have help, you don't know how to utilize it. And that is a big problem I know I have. So, but it's one of those things where once you get to the point, and this is one of those things where when I was in Texas, when I was in Austin, and I helped Marcus, because I know the things that I do, I helped him without even having to. We didn't even have to use words. It was just, I would see he was doing something, and I would know what he needed to do next, and I would have the thing prepared for him. Like, we were seasoning ribs, right? And he was seasoning ribs and then like putting them in a like a busboy bin or something like that. And I'm looking and I'm like, all right, well, he's running out of seasoning. Let me go get the seasoning and fill up fill up the little thing he's using to get the seasoning. And it was just like boom, 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 boom. When you get to the point where you know what that next person is going to do or going to need, and you can get ahead of it, that helps things move way more clearly, more smoothly. But you just have to get to that point, and you have to allow someone to get to that point. Allow someone to help you get to that point. Darnell, what's going on? How you doing this evening? I'll definitely drink to that. So B says we've got everything down to a science now. So typically we just hire servers for events, and my wife and I do everything else. Yes, indeed. What's up? Are you? Am I good at delegating? I'm getting better. I'm really not that good at delegating. Alex Bayer says, hi, all. Yeah, Brian, I made an agreement with my wife when I started that this wouldn't include her in the work. She has ended up pitching in and doesn't like it. uh, all right, so Russ says, yeah, see, yes, I'm a good helper like that as well. But the thing is, Russ, you have to get to that point. You have to get to, like, that comes with experience. That comes with just kind of knowing what's going on and what's happening. Hey, taste tester number 1. Oh, you went too far away. He heard me. B says his wife enjoys it. At first, she thought I was a crackpot until she saw a line of 50 people waiting in my queue. Then she was all in. Yeah. Luce's help can be nice as long as things are still done the way you want. Yes, indeed. The thing is, a lot of times, Lou, you're absolutely right. You know, sometimes people who have experience have bad habits, and you have your process, and um, you want to have things done the way you have in practice. Alton. Alton. He says, "Hey, yo," he said, "Can a dog get hired?" I don't know, Alton. I don't think I can afford you. You know, I definitely don't think I can afford you. B says, "Absolutely, Lou. You definitely want to keep things, have things done the way you want. For sure. For sure. For sure." So I'm trying to think who else has hired folks or had people to help them out, to work with them, not for, but with them in order to get events done. Anybody else want to offer like a little bit nugget? Like, how did you find? So B said he found the person that helped him for a while because it was a friend of a friend that was in a position that needed some employment. Same thing. I have a friend, and man, I just thought about it. I've known my guy Roger for 18, almost 20 years, and it was he was a motorcycle club friend, and we lost touch, and then we kind of reconnected again over cars with my Volkswagen friends. So it's just one of those, it's a small world. I was just cooking with my boy Dash. I do it for free, man. Do not threaten me with a good time, cause yeah, I will. I will make you a jug and put you to work. uh, B said it's not a barbecueocracy. It's a barbecue tatership. Jason Jones, what's up, dude? All big dogs got to be able to train and delegate. Yeah, but it's easier said than done. I'm not even gonna lie. It is very much so easier said than done. There are worker bees and there are manager bees, and there are it's just sometimes it just like some people can do it and other people can't. Um, Terry said it's just my mom, wife, and me. Well, that's what's up. If you guys can work together, that's great. Jimmy said I found a lady at the school cafeteria that was willing to help, and it was a lifesaver. Nice. And one of the things about that, Jimmy, someone who already works in food service can take their applied knowledge from food service and transfer it into almost any food service position. But yeah, Russ said it's a trust thing. What is a trust thing? Not being able to trust or instilling too much trust? Please expand upon that. Uh. Lou says, you really separate the fat? Yes, I do. I know, right? Like some people, when I trim briskets, they're like, why would you do that? Why do you take the membrane off of ribs? Like that's so much. You waste so much time doing that. This is what my customers come to expect. Katie Smooth says, how much did you protect your recipes when you hire help? So, I, my good friend Roger, he was here on the, excuse me, gosh, he was here on the tail end when I was getting everything prepared. So he wasn't here for me seasoning everything and things like that. Let's take an indigestion pill right now. So he wasn't here for me while I was doing the seasoning. I kind of had everything seasoned and prepared so that I could go ahead and get it out there and get it cooked. Now, I tell you, Brian was just talking about that. He said, the first guy he hired, the first guy that had him help, he said he kept all of that proprietary information proprietary. He didn't show him any of that. He just showed him how to work the pit, how to keep the fire going, and to do the, I won't say the manual labor, but he just showed him how to keep things going. He never showed him. It seemed like he never showed him like that beginning step where you do the trimming and the seasoning. You can always bring somebody in after that. Um, let's see. Trevante says, brother, which video shows how to build a better fire in an upright firebox? So I don't necessarily have a video describing how to build a better fire in an upright firebox. The problem is my vertical smoker, I run it on charcoal. So I don't necessarily have that video for you. When I tried to use my vertical smoker with wood, that was the video where the fire department came to my house and there was a helicopter hovering overhead. So yeah. Also, it's just my wife and I, kids helping out right now. Well, look, Trevante, that's a good thing. They are willing to help. That's a real good thing. You know, don't abuse it. Don't take advantage of it, and make sure that they they like it, because you know, I won't say free help, but good help is hard to find. Steven, he says, hey yo Dash, good evening, and good evening all. Yes indeed. Um, B says we pre-mixed all of our seasonings and other items. Yep. So there was somebody who came to my house, a subscriber. He came to my house and it was funny because he's like, oh man, you know, I want to help you with this cook and get X, Y, and Z. Excuse me one second, guys. Hey, can you hand me my fan, please? It's over there by the sofa, by the ottoman. Okay. You see it? Yeah. Thank you. I am burning up. It's hot. Oh wait, I don't have this window open. All right. Hopefully. Thank you. Oh shoot. Can you hand me the battery that's over there on the, you see it? It's on the way to the bathroom. You see it? All right. Sorry. Is one on the wall by the door, or there's one right by the sofa? Alright, B said right Dash, but he was out there when we were preparing briskets and ribs, so we had everything pre-mixed in unmarked bottles. So, I'm getting to that. So, I'm trying to think. Sonny G. Some of you guys know who Sonny G is. He's from Philly. He is a big fan of me and the channel. And he placed the, well, he didn't really place the order. I cooked some food for him because he was coming to Baltimore. So I cooked a little bit. And he came over and he was like, hey man, you know, I would love to see, you know, the process you cooking X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. But same thing. I had my seasonings pre-mixed. I was not, I mean, I love you like a play cousin, but I'm not going to tell you what I season my briskets with. Thank you. You gotta be real special in order for me to tell you what I season my briskets with. Let me just say. So, but same thing, you know, definitely have everything already mixed, unmarked bottles, boom, perfect. Oh yeah. Jimmy said, brother Steven, we took a clear shot just for you. Sure did. I actually took two. I took 2 sips. Russ said, as an electrician for 12 years and will get signed helpers. He said, helpers. I'd go over everything they did to make sure nothing was going to burn. Yeah, because ultimately, it's on you. Hey, Jigsaw Joe, this is helicopter. Yeah, man, I definitely helicopter. All right, Javante said, I love it, brother. Keep posting. I'm definitely following. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. She is gone. She should be getting ready for bed. I have to cut out early tonight, my friend. Gotta be up early. Hey Lou, hopefully everything is good with you and the new job and everything like that. Definitely appreciate you stopping by. Give my regards to the wife and the little ones. Be easy, sir. Katie Smooth says, keeping the fire going is cool, but it's the prep work where the help is needed most. How would you protect your recipe if you need to help with prep work? You bottle everything up or have everything bottled ahead of time. You pre-mix all of your seasonings and spices and things like that. And actually, you know, case in point, when I was down there helping Marcus, same thing. He had all his stuff already mixed up and ready, and it was just like, this one's for this one's for that, this one's for this. All right, cool. When he did his ribs, cool. He, you know, actually that was, ribs and pork shoulder.
So when we did his ribs, we did his pork shoulder, he had bottles of, you know, like a 25-pound jug of it already mixed. And it was just like, all right, get some of that from there and put it on. Um, Keon said he took a shot of Jack Apple. Nice. I like it. Yeah, Beast is unmarked bottles. I mean, everybody has bottles that we have seasonings, or you could buy bottles of seasonings, and you know, you just kind of recycle them. I know for sure I have bottles that I have and use, and I will, like, I have a box at the bottom of my, there's a little cupboard cabinet thing behind me here, and well, in front of me actually, behind you guys. But I have a whole box full of used or empty bottles that I can reuse if necessary. So if I need to make something and put it into a bottle, I can. And I swear, everybody has them laying around. If you haven't or don't, if you mix or take enough seasonings from a specific bottle, like you might buy something off the shelf or you might order something off the internet, you mix it into a bowl, then you have an empty bottle typically. And then you can take and put it into a plastic bag and funnel it back into a bottle. And you know, like, hold on one second, I'll show you something. Let's see this bottle. Yeah, I mean, I have bottles. It's just like I've kind of just scratched over the lid, trying to find one. I know I had one. Oh, here's the thing. This one's one. Where is it? But here's a good one. All right. This is an example of an unmarked bottle. For whatever reason, we were doing something around the house and we had this cheetah print duct tape. And this cheetah print duct tape went on, this is cinnamon sugar. So we'll mix cinnamon sugar for my kids so they can make, here's one. Bottle. There you go. There's another bottle. And this is just smoked kosher salt. This is what I put on there a long time ago because the whole thing was I did actually smoke some kosher salt, but over the years it's just where I put the kosher salt now. So I take and have a box of kosher salt that I will, I'll get the whole box, but obviously I'm just gonna pour some of that box into that bottle and use it. However, a lot easier to put it into a bottle than it is to try and pour it out of a box. Beast is like everyone buys the big half and full gallon containers of pepper and garlic. Those are great for pre-mix. Javante says, are you on Instagram, Facebook? Would love to cook with you, brother, if you're ever in Atlanta. Funny, oddly enough, I drove through Atlanta a few weeks ago. It was my first time being in Atlanta aside from the airport. And literally drove. I have a one of my best friends, his son goes to Morehouse, and I picked up a car from Atlanta. And Instagram, my Instagram is still Drum Smokers. My Facebook actually got hacked in July, and I've been trying to fight to get my Facebook account back. Taylor, Mr. Berryhill, how you doing, sir? He says, hi, Dashing folks. Hope you're all well. Yes, indeed. Quentin, see, look, he knows what's up. Look, there we go, a little better. The tag isn't hanging down. He said, fly, Eagles, fly. Javonda said, I love finding like-minded people that are passionate about barbecue. Yes, indeed. Oh man, Taylor says, I've tried to lure him to Birmingham, Alabama. No such luck. It's not that there's no such luck. I just have not been in the area. When or if I am traveling, I'll let you guys know. I try to let you guys know, and When I know you are in the area, I reach out. Ask Jimmy. I hit Jimmy up and I said, hey Jimmy, guess who's gonna be driving through South Carolina? He said, what? I'm on my way. Um, Tony. Tony lives in North Carolina. I said, hey Tony, I didn't realize it, but I'm gonna be coming through Charlotte. Let you know. He said, say less. He said, come to my house. So he gave me a tour of his house. Quint said, I'm going to start mixing my own seasoning. It seems cheaper and more resourceful than purchasing from vendors. I feel like they all use the same ingredients we cannot buy and mix ourselves. Yes and no, Quentin. So there are some things that I will still purchase only because the proprietary mix is already done for me and I don't have to do it. So that saves me time. Though it might cost me a little bit more, it might cost me a little bit more. The consistency, 45 minutes in, where's Laura to give me grief? The consistency is there. B says you'll save a ton of money, Quentin, if you do it that way. You'd be surprised. But see, now here's another thing too. Brian, you live in an area where you can get spices, wholesale spices, way easier than I can. For me, a lot of times it's easier for me to buy seasoning mixes because I can't get the wholesale spices the same way you guys can. So that is another one of those things where it's not, it's not always the same. The grass sometimes is greener on the other side. I said, what's the difference between your mom and pop whole hog shop and Franklin's? The amount of payroll. I guess you're right. Yeah, Katie Smooth. He says duct tape, great idea. Yep, duct tape is nature's miracle tool. Sure enough. Hey, Steven, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. All right, thank you, Trevante. I appreciate that. Jimmy says that's the truth. What's the truth? Mixing stuff, or I'm getting ready to buy a fishing boat and gotta get you up here. Shoot, man, I want to travel. I want to come all the way out there. Trust me, because between you and Victor, you two are my go-to folks. Definitely want to come out and come fishing with you two. Keon said I haven't started mixing my own seasonings yet, but are you saying to mix all my seasonings that I use on per se chicken into one bottle? Yes. So what you do is you take whatever. So if you're like me, and your mother, your father, whomever who taught you how to cook, you typically take all of the seasonings that you're about to use and you put them on the counter, open them all up, and you sprinkle and season everything one by one onto your chicken or onto your ribs or onto your brisket or whatever, right? But as opposed to sprinkling it on one by one, you put it into a bowl and mix it all together and then sprinkle that on all at once. I know, earth-shattering, but that is how you do it. And if you are trying to keep your recipe, keep your seasoning regimen secret, that is how you do it. You pre-mix your seasonings. Do not tell her, Russ. Do not tell her. And that was one, not two. Jimmy says, time to hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. So, if you have not already hit that thumbs up button, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. I really do this for the thumbs up and the likes. It really does help these live streams. It helps my channel and it helps these videos or this video. So if you could, I'd greatly appreciate it. So B says, gotcha, Dash. We have different areas of Houston for seasonings wholesale, so that makes sense. Man, when I got to Texas and saw some of the wholesale spice distributors you had in Texas, the biggest one being Fiesta, I could order seasonings from Fiesta, but by the time I order seasonings from Fiesta, pay shipping, pay for this, pay for that, it ends up being about the same as far as a wash, and then I gotta do the work and mixing all this stuff myself. When I could go out there and purchase something that's already pre-mixed and not have to worry about that, still be paying about the same amount of money, but I'm doing less work. So it's just like last week, I posted a video of me going out looking for a smoker, right? About 50% of the people who commented on that video said, go to Academy, just go to Academy, just go to Academy. Guess what? There's no academies in my area. It does not work. You have to think broader, have a more open mind than, oh, just go to the store that's down the street. Because it's down the street in your area does not mean it's down the street in my area. And that the same thing holds true for seasonings, and I've seen it firsthand. Danny, how you doing this evening? Thank you for joining us. Quentin says, yeah, we're in the South. We can get every spice we need at most grocery stores easily. We'd have to tweak the blend to make it our own, but I'd like to give it a go and see how it goes. Yeah, Danny says you might look at eBay for Spice Lab. Okay, but see, and I won't say, but then I have to pay for shipping. A lot of times, these guys, you know, like I know Marcus, he's got a spice guy. He might have to drive a half an hour to an hour to meet up with a spice guy, and I think his spice guy comes to him. And he's just like, all right, tell me what you need, and he brings it to him. I don't have that. B said, I never layer even brisket. It all goes on in one. Layering is for cowards. It's not necessarily cowards, but it's just a different process, a different way of doing it. Taylor says, as a side note, spices are the biggest investment in crawfish cooking. Huge investment in the business beyond the equipment and actual crawfish. Yeah, well, sure. Sean said, Fiesta Uncle Chris and fajita seasoning is God's gift to us all. You ain't lying. That Uncle Chris, yo, when I went to Texas and had some of that Uncle Chris seasoning, or like, dude, I still use it. And actually have a bottle. One of the bottles that I was getting ready to pull out was one that was the Fiesta brand fajita seasoning. Yo, that stuff is great. And you know what it is that's in it? It's MSG. That's what we love so much about it. It's MSG. Uncle Roger will be very, very happy. Look, Taylor says, Dash, look like you need to start ordering 55 gallons drums of spices to break even. Dude, I go through some spices, but then I don't. Like, it ebbs and flows. When I'm busy, and I go through some spices. When I'm not busy, I'm like twiddling my fingers. Yeah. Russ said, picture the protein in a boat foil and sprinkle away with all your spices. Step 2, pour in a funnel. Picture the protein in a boat of foil. All right. And sprinkle away with all your spices. Step 2, pour into a funnel. Yeah. Look, Brian says, just go to Buc-ee's, Josh. Jeez, easy. Jimbo Q, what's going on, Jim? How you doing this evening? Yeah, man, what's crazy is going to Florida. My mother-in-law lives in Florida, and I started seeing signs for Buc-ee's and got super duper excited. And then I realized I was turning off of 95 about 40 or 50 miles ahead of where the Buc-ee's was. Now, I did pass a Buc-ee's on my way from Florida to Atlanta, but I was pressed for time and could not stop. And I was pressed for time and could not stop. And I won't say I'm glad I didn't, but had I gone in there, man, I'd have spent a whole bunch of time. Terry says, I have to order all my spices or drive an hour and a half to get them. Jeez. Russ says crawfish is heavy on the seasoning for sure. You have to, you gotta, because the problem is you gotta like penetrate the shell and get all them flavors inside of that shellfish. So it's not like chicken or ribs where you're just seasoning the outside. You have to season through the shell. So you definitely need to put, and then also one of the things that people don't think about, you are boiling those seasonings. So by definition, you are diluting those seasonings. So you definitely have to make them heavy. Howard says, I saw offset smokers at the Aspen Hill Home Depot and thought of you because I watched a video about your experiences looking around for one. So Howard, you know what's crazy? I used to live right near there. I used to live right up the street. I used to live at Belpre and Connecticut. It was the Cinnamon Run apartment. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to live... yeah, I used to live right there. And another thing, right there is the Aspen Hill Beer and Wine. Aspen Hill is, I think it's actually Aspen Hill Lottery Beer and Wine, but it's next to the Giant on Aspen Hill Road, or actually on Connecticut, I guess it is. But I used to work in that store. I worked in that store part time, and the guy who owns it, or at least owned it at the time, his name was Miguel. And if you ever happen into the store, ask for Miguel. Tell him. Well, my name is Scott. Tell him Scott sent you. But go in there and say hey. But they do lottery, beer, wine. Definitely some good memories. In that area, and some bad ones too. You know, the sniper was not far from that area as well. So yeah, there's that. Laura says, "Hey Dash and all." Yes, Laura. See, I spoke you up. Laura, hold on. Let me greet you properly up there. The Great White North. KB says, "What up, people?" He says, "Just got off work. Friday night. Just got paid." Danny says, "I get free shipping for Spice Lab. I use ground rice hulls for the anti-caking." Cool. I'm gonna have to, you know what? Let me open up a new window. Spice Labs. Spice Lab. Let's see here. Oh, Spice Lab is on Amazon. I think I may have seen, let's see, the Spice Lab, cooking inspiration. All right. Oh, look, women owned. Awesome. All right, I have that kind of bookmarked, so I will be able to check that out a little later. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. MSG is good and completely misunderstood. Yes, indeed. That even rhymed, Taylor. Look. I cannot answer the phone. Sorry, on a live stream. All right. Sean says I'm the spice guy now. My family asked me to mail Fiesta seasonings to the Midwest. Sean, just saying. P.O. box is down in the description. Steven, stop it. There is no count. There's, nope. It's 0 until she gets here. She is the counter. So, yeah. Oh man. Sustained lotion for crabs? Shrimp, got it. What? I got a smoker from Home Depot before in 2012. He says never again. I'm thinking about a trailer pit next. Well, Keon, where do you live? Because that might be the thing. It also depends on what you buy, or what smoker you get from Home Depot or Lowe's, because the entry level smokers are just that. You cannot expect to have and keep an entry level smoker for more than, let's say, 2 to 5 years, depending on how much you abuse it, how much you use it. I burnt through some grills back in the day because I used them a lot. What's in the drinking vessel tonight? A little bit of this and a little bit of this. So we're, tonight's gonna be a good night. What's the spice selection looking like up where you are? Non-existent. Even going into, so where I have been able to find more specialty spices is going into Latino markets, so Latino grocery stores, the Lotte or H Mart, which are Korean stores, or Asian markets, and there's also it's a Punjabi. Oh, Patel Brothers actually is what it's called, not Punjabi. Patel Brothers, which is an Indian market, and they have some specialty spices. But the problem is those specialty spices are like culturally inspired, if you know what I mean. They're not like a general spice. They're more Asian spices, because India is in Asia. The Korean market is, Asian, and the Latino market is a more specialty spice, but they have more peppers, more chilies. So that it's just not the basic stuff, not the good peppers, not the good garlics, not the good paprikas. Though I could find some good paprika in some of those Asian markets. It's just it's not the same as what I could get from like the Fiesta, like the stuff that you could get from Fiesta brand seasonings is ridiculous. And you guys have like full on curio cabinets full of Fiesta brand seasonings that you can go to like an HEB, those of you guys who have HEBs or live near HEBs, and you can get the Fiesta brand seasonings. You guys, no, the count is 0, Laura. The count is 0. The count doesn't start until you get here, okay? No, the count is 0. He's drinking the same weak stuff from last week, but with the heavier pour. Yeah, sure enough. Gotta love the Latino and Asian markets. Indian markets are great for halal meat. Yes, indeed. But this Patel Brothers is like it's a vegetarian spot. So they don't have meat in there at all. It was crazy. I walked into the store for the first time, and like they have a huge produce section. So produce and vegetables. So for fruits and vegetables. And I'm looking around because I'm like, all right, well, let me see what meat they have. Let me see, try to see. And I'm like, I asked someone like, where's the meat? They're like, oh, vegetarian, no meat here. I'm like, really? Bruh. I'm like, really? No. What? Nothing? Nothing. No farmers markets up there. The farmers markets are here, but farmers markets they don't sell spices. Again, this is Trevante. Where are you located, sir? Because my farmers markets and your farmers markets hit different. And actually, I won't say do you guys, but I need to take you along to the farmers market. I haven't done a farmers market video in quite some time. D says Fiesta isn't even like the best down here. It's like number 3. Howard says I got Oklahoma Joe from Home Depot. Friends enjoy my cooking from it. That's what's up. Sean says HEB. Oh, twinkly heart eyes. Jack says I told you I bought a cheap offset smoker from Lowe's 2 years ago. The vent is already rusted shut. I keep it covered when not in use. Next time it'll be an Oklahoma Joe or something better. Yeah, but that's the thing, Jack, right? And we keep kind of going back and forth between, because I talked about that the next thing. So it's one of those things where you buy something and you don't know what you don't know, right? So you look at it and you're like, I'm just kind of getting my feet wet. I have like $200 to spend, or I have $250 to spend. If you have $250 to spend, you can learn on one of those, less expensive, I don't want to call them cheaper, less expensive cookers, okay? You learn your lessons and you level up. When you level up, you're like, okay, well, I invested, or I spent $250 the first time. I'm going to double up. I'm going to spend twice as much on the next one. And then that's how you level up. You just, you get better equipment and you get better at doing what it is you're doing. But it's one of those things where you kind of have to get to that point where you can. Some people will be bitten by the bug and they will go, whole hog, all right, in with both feet. And then other people are like, my father-in-law, they had a grill on the side of their house and they used it like once every 6 months maybe. And that would usually be when a whole bunch of family came over and he had to cook a whole bunch at the same time. And it's like, oh, I'll just put it on the grill. And then he's looking at me and I'm like, sure, I'll cook it, Pop. Don't worry about it. So, Keon said, oh, I put it in the trash in the third cook. I noticed every part of it had a 1/4-inch gap. I had to put Kingsford in the cooking chamber just to cook the food. Cheese. I walked into the deli once. They didn't have cheese. Okay. Javante's in Atlanta. That's right. So, Javante, you're new here. So, thank you for being here. Just give me some time to kind of remember where you are, and I will get to that point. But in order for me, or how I get to that point, is you got to keep showing up. Every Wednesday, we do this from 9 until, and just show up, hang out. We talk and we BS, and bring a cup next time. If you do not have a cup with you already, bring a cup next time. Laura, if you're not here for it, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. B says, my Oklahoma Joe I got from Lowe's. I've maintained it and it's still in great shape condition. It's all about maintenance. B said it's over 2 years old. Which Oklahoma Joe do you have, B? Which Oklahoma Joe do you have? Do you have the Highlander or the Longhorn? Because there's a difference. Jack said exactly. It was $130. Yeah, but Jack is one of those things where you kind of get what you pay for, but at the same time, you expect more. You expect better. I got one grill being made, but after that, I'm buying an Iron Maid Jack smoker, and I really want a ABS smoker. I got an Old Country over smoker a few months later. Okay. But see, Keon, you can get an Old Country. I can't. I don't have the ability to buy Old Country Pecco smoker. I just. Yeah. And I'll take a can later. We'll just let it blow into the neighbor's yard. Yeah, I just bought Old Country Angus smoker. It's a beast. Gosh, you guys and the ability to buy Old Country smokers. We got the Farmers Market, International Market, and State Farmers Market. Pure delight. That's what's up. So the farmers markets that I have here, more produce and farm goods, like farm to table stuff, than like international market stuff. Prepared food. So like if I'm thinking about it, so coffee, big thing. Makers. There's a couple makers that come out to farmers markets or the local farmers markets in my area. And I'm trying to think because there's two farmers markets I frequent. The one that's closer to me, I'm trying to let go. So there is a orchard and farm. So they have a lot of apples and fruits. So, but like a lot of apples, different varieties of apples, ciders, honey, and then I'm like I said, I'm thinking like I'm trying to walk through liquor vendors, so beer, there are a couple beer distilleries. There's a guy that sells crab cakes. There's a guy that's a French baker, and he's just a baker. There is prepared food, like a beer thing, a wine thing, empanadas. These guys sell empanadas, basically prepared. There's a popcorn guy, dog food treats, pickles. I mean, that's what's at our farmers market. And then the other farmers market, which is the bigger one, which is in Baltimore City, that one, lots of prepared food. So you can get Thai food first thing in the morning. You can get, like sandwiches. There's a crepe place. There's a lady who sells artwork out of the back of a renovated school bus. Coffee. There's a couple makers, so you could buy like not knick-knacky stuff, but stuff that has Maryland on it. Folks in Maryland are very proud of the state. I won't say design, but the state itself and the state crest, like the Maryland state flag. It's an interesting flag. So produce. There's a popcorn guy. There's a coffee guy. There's a guy who sells fried fish. It is quote unquote the best fish on the planet. That's how he advertises. He sells his fish. Been going to get fish sandwiches from him for years. There's a guy that makes donuts fresh. Dairy products, bakeries. Again, there's meat suppliers. So like farms that bring meats, but nobody sells spices. There's nobody that sells like direct spices. Jack said he's not a caterer, so it's just for him, and you know I can completely understand that, Jack. You know, when you're cooking for yourself, you still want to be able to cook on your, you know, your cooker, your grill, your smoker for a while. Trevante said he just finished my cup. Well, I did too. So I know better than last week. I'm not doing a heavy pour. I'm just going to cover my ice with that, and I'm going to pour the rest of this in here. Ooh, boy. Should get up and go get some more ice, but nah, I'll be alright. Alright, let's see. Catch up. Gabriel says 9 till when the coyotes start howling. Sure enough, I have a Weber Smoky Mountain, and it works, but I hate breaking it down. Why do you break it down, Sean? Do you break it down to put it away, or do you break it down to like clean up and clean it out? Howard says the Highland reverse flow for me. So I actually am looking at the Longhorn reverse flow. He said I forgot what they call that. Big Oso says, hey boss, have you heard of Ironside smokers? They look great. Ironside smokers. I can't not say that I have. R-O-N-S-I-E-E. Help if I spelled it correctly. Ironside smokers. Ironside smokers. See, here's the thing. Oh, they look like oh come on. What is going on? What are you doing? They look like that's insulated with a hold up. 608. Where's that? T 608 area code. 608 area code. Wisconsin. Holy cow. I'm sure if I came up to Wisconsin, there'd be a couple folks that'd be happy with the fact that I came up there. Jimmy said it took 2 years on the live stream to meet me. Yeah. But Jimmy, it wasn't for a lack of trying. It was for like because when I came to Myrtle Beach last year and earlier, well, it was last year. And earlier this year, I tried to link up with you, but it was just we couldn't link up. Keon said, I now have the over-under and a vertical. Love them both. Still learning different ways to run my fire. Yes, indeed. Strong says I'm here. The best spice market is in Atlanta. All right. Look at Meadow Creek smokers. Terry, duh. I have a Meadow Creek cooker. I know all about Meadow Creek. I won't say I can't afford a Meadow Creek smoker, but I own it. Johnny 5 is a Meadow Creek smoker. Keon says still need work on my first burn when I get a new smoker. And he's in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. Well, I mean, you guys have it made down there. B said as soon as my trailer is finished, we're already set up to start doing the farmers markets. It's a great location to sell barbecue. Yes, indeed. And B is in Houston, just to kind of remind everybody. He says, one day I'm taking the family on a culinary tour of the States. Well, hell yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to barbecue cities. For sure. Barbecue cities, top barbecue cities, Austin, and the surrounding area that I've been to. Okay, Kansas City, definitely another one that I've been to. Deshaun says, hey, yo, he said he made it in. Yes, indeed. Damn it, smoke rings and grill marks. Damn it. But I will tell you this. I have not been into a Sam's in weeks. So I have not gotten any biscuits. Keon said I'd love to take a trip up there to get some blue crab. But, I mean, Keon, to be completely honest, the same blue crabs that you could get down there from the Gulf of Mexico are the same ones that you can get up here. Whomever had the bright idea to take crabs, the Maryland blue crabs, and they transported them and put them into the Gulf of Mexico, and they are thriving in the Gulf of Mexico because the waters are warmer. Because the waters are warmer, the crabs get bigger, and a lot of times you find that people, places up here in the Baltimore and the Maryland area actually get crabs shipped in from down there. Fun fact. Jimmy says, time to go to the freezer. Gabriel says, is that white lightning? Is water wet? You know me. Fluids are sweet, but it's still that thin ass metal with a tiny firebox, and you need more fuel for a reverse flow. I don't know. I don't know. Give me some cheese. No, I was raised in Kentucky, but I'm a Georgia boy as well. I miss seafood. Yeah. Jessica, how you doing this evening? It's funny, Jessica. I almost texted Adam. I was close. I finished the video not long before I started the live stream. Usually I try to have the video done on Wednesday, like by noon, so I can send it out to the Patreon guys early so they can watch it a few hours ahead of everybody else. You know, part of being a Patreon patron, you get to see the videos early. But tonight, I won't say I wasn't motivated, but I had things to do at work, and I wasn't able to actually work on a video. With that being said, I said, oh man, no one has commented on the video. I almost sent it to Adam, but it was like a minute or two before the live stream started. So, yeah. Did I miss Ricer coming in here? Did I? Oh, I saw. I have to switch to my tablet a second time. Storm his came this month, not called for over here. Yeah. Popping in for a quick second. Just uploaded. Oh, well, dang, man. I'm gonna say. It's probably already too late. Let's see. Oh no, wait, no views. What? What are you doing, computer? I gotta say first. FIRST, yeah. Oh no, that's yeah. And I'm gonna go back and edit my comment later. Yeah, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. Jessica Church should be out soon. But do we have to go up to your price for catering when you add staffing? Not necessarily. So Keon says, do you have to go up in your price for catering when you add staffing? The few times that I was able to bill in or bill for staff, because I'm like, okay, if I have people come in and you want me to bring people, I have to bill you for it. So I billed them at a rate that was here. I billed them at my bill rate, and I paid people down here. It's just one of those things, you know. That's business. So I was able to break even on the staffing because of the fact that I billed basically I billed 16 man hours. I think it was 16 man hours. 16 man hours at this rate, and I paid out 16 man hours at a lower rate, but actually I paid out 16 for those 4. I paid out probably 20. 16 plus 8 is 24, so probably like 24 hours at a lower rate, and by the time it was all said and done, it almost washed. So I was able to bill for that because I'm like, they wanted people on site, so I was able to bill for that. Yeah. Good night, pretty lady. You going to sleep? Yeah. She said very much so. It's 10 o'clock. You way past your bedtime. Oh. Keon, that's what you're gonna have to figure that part out. I can't tell you that part. I'm a couple of moments behind on the comments, so let me try to catch up. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. I meant to say rice. Oh yes, Ricer's from Wisconsin, so it would be one of those things where if I went to Wisconsin to get a smoker, I would go see. Man, I'd be hanging out with Ricer. Me and Ricer would. He's taking me out to a steak dinner at one of his at whatever his tavern is. He goes. Him and his wife go out and get steak dinner every now and again, and he's taking me for steak. She's gonna have to stay home. Russ said, I bet you the weight didn't go up through. Huh? Alright, David, this is when you got first started your barbecue business. What was the first thing you barbecued? Ribs. I did ribs for somebody. I did ribs for my friend Travis. And actually, they were for his aunt and uncle. They were officially the first things that I did, like, for hire. He didn't pay me, like, in money. He bought charcoal. He gave me $20 for charcoal, so I guess he did pay me in money. Uncle Steve says, hey, buddy, just popping in to give you a thumbs up before I turn in. Hope all is well. Yes, indeed. So, actually, Uncle Steve, perfect timing. I want to tell you that tomorrow's video, my video that I am going to be posting tomorrow, I used some of the competition cow powder. I made smash burgers, simple smash burger, and I used some Uncle Steve shake. Look, see, I keep the stuff handy. This is this little bottle I sent, and I talked about this, Uncle Steve. My daughter was, I was making oodles and noodles for her, and I would give her the original so she could take it to school and season her noodles with the original Uncle Steve shake. But tomorrow's video, I am using the competition cow powder. And Uncle Steve, while you're here, I don't say hate to beat a dead horse, but I need some thick meat. I have to reach out to you. I need some thick meat, some gator shake, and some competition cow powder. I need to reach out. I'm getting close to the levels where I need to reach out and say, hey, chef always said charge 3 times what you paid in food, the cost to make a profit. Yep. That was my wife that was walking past, Laura. Did you get a free stock? Yes, Russ, I did. My daughter takes one too. Yeah, shoot. Oh man, Uncle Steve, I appreciate that. Yo, yes, thick meat. Hold on, let me get the bottle. I know it's. Oh man, I didn't realize it. I got lift in here. See, this is the problem. But I'm not the only one that's using the seasoning. So Uncle Steve, he hooked it up. He gave me a custom branded. He sent me some custom branded bottles, and this is the focus, the thick meat. Okay, Uncle Steve, look at how much. This is taste tester number 1. Look at what he left me in this bottle. I didn't even realize it was this low because I've been using it sparingly. But yeah, the thick meat, the gator shake, and the competition cow powder, those are things we use around here. Jessica said, all right, I'm off to put the kids to bed, but I saw you live and wanted to at least say hello. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Jessica. Tell Adam I said what's up. Laura, she's gone already. Who we starting up a barbecue business? That's what's up. It's a long time here before I hit that stage asking, cause it's the subject and the info is good. I have the info in my back pocket if I have to make that move. Uncle Steve said that's wrong. Who are you telling? See, and this is the thing, right? My son wants to cook and he cooks, but when he uses my seasonings, he doesn't tell me that they're out. I'm like, hey, where is? Oh, I used it all. Bro, why didn't you tell me? Like, leave the empty container on the counter so I know I need to order more. Like, they don't. Insert neck. All right. Strong. Good evening. Take care. Thank you very much for hanging out. And like I said, hit me up on Instagram. When in or if I get to the position and I can use the help, maybe I can be able to reach out to you. David says we live in San Antonio. Nice. San Antonio is another destination for me. There's a place in San Antonio that I fell in love with. It's called the BBQ Station. I went to the barbecue station in San Antonio. When I say years, it probably was like 10 years ago. And my coworker, who lives in New Braunfels. So New Braunfels is like halfway between Austin and San Antonio. So he lives in New Braunfels, and he's like, oh man, he's like, we're gonna go to this new barbecue spot. This is how long ago when the barbecue station just opened. So it's got to be 10 plus years probably. He's like, all right, we're gonna go to the barbecue station, or we're gonna go to this new barbecue spot. I'm like, all right. It's like he's like, oh, it's an old gas station that they converted into a barbecue spot. I'm like, all right, say less. So we go to the place and we eat, and I have lunch that one day, and I'm like, oh my god. The week that I was down there, I think we went back a second time, right? Fast forward 2 or 3 years later, I don't remember the name of this place. All I remember is how to get there. I'm like, all right, when I get down to where I need to be, the building I'm working at, I need to go down this road until this looks familiar. And I'm like, all right, I think it's down this street. And when I say I navigated to this place off of like memory and smells, yo. So the second time I was there, like the second time was probably a good 5 years ago. And because I was primarily working in San Antonio the second time I was down there, I was staying in Austin, but primarily working in San Antonio. I went to the barbecue station 3 out of 5 days I was in the Austin, San Antonio area. I loved it. I love that place. It's such a good. It was a good spot to go to. Definitely had a good time down there, and I was bummed that when I was in Austin last, I didn't. I would have loved to have gone to different or more barbecue places, but it just didn't have the time for it. My wife is the same with the Gator Shake. I go to use it and it's gone. Man, but you know what? So my wife uses the Gator Shake. We use the Gator Shake on vegetables, and we use the Gator Shake on seafood. And we cook a lot of vegetables and seafood around here. So yeah. Terry says, I need more comp line from Uncle Steve's. Yes. What's a good spice stock? I don't know, Russ. I don't know. McCormick, maybe? Let's see, McCormick. MCCORM. McCormick Spice Company stock. I don't know that they are. Aha! They sure are. McCormick is traded on the NYSE. Their ticker symbol is MKC. All right. So Russ has alluded and kind of brought us to the next topic at hand. So the first hour the first hour or so, I try to stay on topic and talk about the topic at hand, whatever the discussion is. The second hour, we start talking about almost any and everything. So Russ has recently gotten into, or we've gotten to the point where we talk about stocks. Okay, I've in the last year and a half gotten a stronger foothold into the stock market, and we kind of talk trades, and Darnell also helps with that. But last week I shared my Webull link, so that if you were to open a Webull account and fund the Webull account, we both get shares of whatever stock they're giving away that particular day. But McCormick, MKC, nice. So they are headquartered in Baltimore, and but yeah, so they have French's, Zatarans, Carmus, and McCormick UK. So yeah, starting with brisket and chicken. Starting out with brisket and chicken. Well, that's what's up. Keon said, I'm normally working when you're on live, so learning what I can when I can. I love to cook on the smoker. Like to make a little change while doing it. Nice. McCormick is good. I like using it. Definitely, Keon, and that's one of the things. I grew up using McCormick spices, and I mean that little, I want to say tin, but that metal can of McCormick pepper. And everybody had one of them little tins of McCormick pepper. And it's just because McCormick is in Baltimore, I think they proliferate up and down the East Coast way more than almost anything. Yeah, Russ said I got a share of G&W. I got a share of G&W as well. I may have gotten two, actually. G&W. Nope, yep, I got two. I think I got a share of G&W when I did something else. But, let's see, what? So, I don't know, Russ, if you are aware, but Weeble has a desktop version as opposed to the mobile version. I find that it's pretty good. 361. What is my position at G&W? I can't, oh, I can't see. I can't tell what my position at G&W. Oh, I got two shares, averaged out at 348. So you might have gotten yours later in the day or whatever. No problem, David. The garlic pepper is fire. Keon says, yeah. I yeah. Keon says, is not if. Oh, I speak autocorrect. I've been doing this for quite a while. I speak autocorrect. It's one of those things where, what makes sense in this situation, in this sentence? Hey, listen, guys, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. So, January financial. See, I'm trying to think why. I bought something, and it like folded or was delisted. Yeah, Goya is private. Someone just said that, B. But the stock I bought was delisted, and I can't remember if it was folded into, what is that, Genworth Financial, or if it just, I lost that money. But let's see. Let's go back to the account here. Yeah. But I'm doing all right, I think. I scooped up some Lucid. LCID. I think I talked about Lucid last week. Lucid is a automaker. Lucid is actually trying to bring out a car to rival the longest range Tesla. So that's pretty dope. Lars says, holy crap, that was too close, and my internet keeps going in and out. Oh man. Gabriel says, yes sir. So let's see. Anybody interested in the link for the Weeble? So you can basically, you get a free stock when you open your account through my link, and then you get a free stock also when you fund your account. And you know, we can kind of do this. We can talk about stocks and stuff like that once a week. Kind of share tips and things like that. You know, what is it? A rising tide raises all ships. So, if you guys would like the link, let me know, and I will try to post it down below. Keon says, BRB, gotta refill my Jack Apple and apple juice. Yeah, I opened it with 100, but you can do like 20. You can do as little as $5 to fund your account. Definitely. Yeah, you can fund your account with as little as $5. So, Laura, I don't know for you though, because of the fact that you are in Canada, what the restrictions are or could be because of the exchange rate, things like that. So I'm just gonna preface that. But you do not need, like, it's not like you need a $15,000 balance. I remember I looked at a brokerage account years ago, and they were like, "Oh, you only need $10,000 to fund your account." Only? Who only has $10,000? I never had $10,000 laying around. So that was one of the things that kept me out of the market for a very long time, until a lot of these, you know, companies started to say, okay, hey, you know, no brokerage fees and things like that. All right, now I'm getting in there. I'm with it. I'm with it for sure. Yeah, Laura says, holy 10K be rich, man. But you know what's crazy? $10,000 is really not a lot of money. It's a lot more money when you don't have $10,000, but $10,000 in the grand scheme of things is not a lot of money. Not a lot. What up, Ricardo? Hey, man. Rick. He says, hello, hello, hello. Broop, broop, broop. What's up, man? Man, oh man, I missed you, man. Where you been? You know, the Three Stooges entrance. Where you been, man? Where you been? I pissed away 100 on less. Not proud. Yeah, buddy. Well, thank you, Terry. Tell Bobby I said, hey, what's up? Rick says, hello, my barbecue brothers and sisters. Rick said he's been working. Well, cool. I'll allow it. Thanks, Rick, man, for joining us, for sure. Man, oh man. Definitely appreciate you hanging out. Put my watch on. Got a new. So, it's a couple of you keen-eyed folks used to give me grief about wearing 2 watches. Now it's gonna be even worse. So this was the fitness tracker. This is my fitness tracker I used to wear, and now I have this one. Like it's a full-blown watch now, and I still have my regular watch. Like my wife the other day when I was wearing it, she said, "Why do you have on both of them?" I'm like, "Cause my wrist feels naked. My right wrist feels naked. See the tan line there? I'm like, my wrist feels naked when I don't have the watch on." She said, maybe you need a bracelet. Yeah, maybe you need a new bracelet. I'm like, my birthday's coming up. But I'm one of those things. Just found out I'm going to be a grandpa. A grandpa? How'd that happen, Rick? How'd that happen? Yes, definitely. Congratulations. Let's not forget the thumbs up, people. Yes, indeed. Nice. That's what's up, Rick. Congratulations. I can wait. I can wait. I can wait. I can wait. My mom told me when I was younger, she said, I don't want to be grandma before I'm 50. No problem. No problem. All right. So what do you guys have? What have you guys been up to this week? Rick says I'm too young to be a grandpa. I want to start calling you 2 times. B said, oh gosh. B, I'm not gonna read that, man. Y'all just, you know. Put them both in, on and see which side works harder. Yeah. Got new chicken rub coming out soon. That's what's up, Rick. Oldest girl's 24. I'm in the strike range. So so taste tester number 1 was born. I think my mom was 51. I think she was 51 when he was born. The boy's only 3. I still have relaxed time. Yeah, B, you do. But see, I won't say it's a little easier when you have sons, right? When you have a daughter, yeah, I tell you what, you know what's funny? I was talking to my mother the other day. Actually, it was yesterday. And we were talking about pew-pews, we were talking about guns and stuff like that, right? My mom actually, hold on. My mom has a concealed carry. She carries a pistol, right, or a revolver. So we're talking, and she's like, when did you get into guns? Like, when did you get into guns? How did you get into guns? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I don't know if you, I said, I really didn't broadcast it too much. But I said, but when my daughter was born, and when I found out I was having a daughter, I said, all right, I found out I'm having a girl. I need two things: shooting lessons and braiding lessons. And I said that was when I bought my first pistol. So, bought my first pistol way back when. So, about 10 years ago. Excuse me. And then I was like, didn't really do much with it, right? And then, fast forward to about 3-4 years ago, and I started looking into, guns again, and I was like, all right, well, Maryland's kind of funky. You have to get this qualification license in order to be able to purchase pistols. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and fill out the paperwork, do the thing. I got the thing, and it was like, pew, 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 pew. My mom was like, how many do you have now? I'm like, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. That is a slippery slope that I do not want to discuss. But I lost them all in the boating accident. So yeah. Rick, that's funny. Rick, I've been good, man. I've been real good. Rick said he has 3 daughters and 3 reasons why I drink and 3 reasons why I own weapons. Listen, I'll drink to that, Rick. Might be legit in Maryland. Nah, man. Not at all. Oh, goodness gracious. Rick, I feel for you. 3 daughters? Goodness. I have my hands full with 1. You got 3 of them? Bobby! How you doing? Thank you for saying hi by proxy from Terry. I definitely appreciate it. Glad you could join us. Hey, if you have not, and I'm not specifically trying to call you out, Bobby, I'm just in general, alright? If you have not already, hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. So, yeah, Weeble. We talked about, we briefly talked about it. After hours, things look okay. Oh, this is a watch. I don't know my positions. Oh, no, I do have shares in this. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Texas crazy. I like chicken powder. Yeah, you know what's crazy? Uncle Steve's, there's a couple of his shakes that have like dehydrated chicken stock in it, and it's like it adds just that little bit of kick, that little bit of it's good. It's good. When you start looking at Uncle Steve's shakes and trying to figure out what is in it, hold on, let's see, MCK McCormick. Let's look at McCormick here. See what McCormick has been doing. Ooh. Golly. No. McKesson. I don't want McKesson. MCCORM. McCormick. There we go. There we go. Back. When in doubt, zoom out. Let's look at 6 months. Oof. McCormick is down, actually. Add that to the watch list. Keep an eye on it. Goodness gracious. That'd have been nice if I'd have seen it when it was at 82. It's at 85 now. It's not with a high of 95 in the past 6 months. Let's look at the year. Let's see what it's been doing. It's been steady declining, which is crazy. Might have to look into it. All right. Yeah, Bobby, you are a rock star. Everybody's like, oh, Bobby, hey, Bobby. You know, everybody knows Bobby. That's what's up, though. Thank you, Bobby, for hanging out. Really appreciate you. Keon says, okay, I'm back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Does anybody have any hot stock tips? No, Bobby, it's not. I'm telling you, you know, it's not me. ONPH. PH. What is that? Golly. What is, let's see, news? Pharmacy, oncology, pharma. Profile. San Francisco Healthcare. Oncology company. It's been down there. Commodite speculation? What is that? Yes. Pharmaceuticals. Silent immune therapy. Where's baking gonna go? Oh, commodity speculation. Man, shoot. The price of meat has gone through the roof. It's so funny. My best friend and manager, one of my best friends and manager, he hit me up the other day. He's like, yo, he's like, dude, what the hell? I'm like, go on. He said, I was in Sam's the other day. He's like, ribs are almost $5 per pound. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's been that way for like a month or two. He's like, what the hell? I said, you obviously haven't purchased meat in a little bit. He's like, I haven't. He's like, I was looking to smoke them ribs, and he was like, damn. Man. I'm like, man, shoot. Yeah, B said it was $100 for a brisket at Sam's yesterday. So I will be doing a brisket. Oh crap. Actually, now I think about it, I gotta do this brisket subscriber, Mr. Richard. He hit me up earlier this week and he says, hey, I need a brisket for Sunday. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, I need a brisket for Sunday. Okay. He said, just tell me what I owe you. He said, I'll pay it. I'm like, I know, but I don't feel right charging you what I have to charge you for the brisket. He's like, I'll pay it. I'll start working on beef rib, but it's too high. Shoot. Oh, goodness. Danny says, did you know there's a site where you can see very rich are buying stocks like explosive? Yes and no, Danny. So, while I know that there are sites out there who kind of track people who are buying different things, I still can only afford to buy what I can buy. And it like I am a serious dollar cost averager. And I put a certain amount of money into my portfolio every 2 weeks when I get paid. So I am really only every other week am I like, okay, what is it today? What's a hot buy or a good buy today? So one of the things that was crazy, last week I actually read an article. It was talking about sin stocks because of the fact that, I'm into guns. And my investment portfolio, my main portfolio has gone up substantially because of a few gun stocks. And I talk about gun stocks all the time. I read this article and they were talking about sin stocks. And so let's see if I won't say I wrote down, but I put down all of these different sin stocks. And basically the person in the article said, listen, these are some recession-proof things. Like, people are going to go and do these things regardless. So let's see here. Tell you guys, Constellation Brands. I don't remember, but they're slightly down. DraftKings, people are going to bet. Diageo, right? If I remember correctly, Diageo owns like Guinness. Let's see, profile. Yep, food and beverage company. Various categories, including spirits and beer. Its geographic segments include North America, Europe, Russia, Turkey, Africa, Latin America, Caribbean, Asia Pacific. Its principal holdings include Scottish whiskey, gin, vodka, rum, beer, Irish cream, liquor. Folks will not pay their rent, but they will buy beer and liquor. All right. EA, Electronic Arts, video games. MJ is a EFT for marijuana. Imperial Brands, they hold tobacco. DNUT, D-Nut. Who do you think? That's Krispy Kreme. Folks love Krispy Kreme, myself included. Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin is a defense contractor. I know a little bit about Lockheed. So, defense contractor. Actually, fun fact, used to be employed by Lockheed Martin. Las Vegas Sands Resorts. McDonald's, self-explanatory. TAP, Molson, Coors Beverage Company. MGM, OLN. OLN is basically the largest manufacturer. So, it says OLN Corporation is a manufacturer and distributor of chemical products and ammunition. They're like the biggest ammunition manufacturer in the country. Philip Morris, self-explanatory. Penn National Gaming, owner-operator of gaming and racing properties, retail, online sports betting operations, and video gaming terminals. Rick, RCI Hospitality. Ruger, self-explanatory. Smith & Wesson, self-explanatory. Take-Two. Take-Two is an interactive software incorporation, developer, publisher, and marketer of interactive entertainment and entertainment for consumers around the world. Basically, gaming. Rockstar Games is one of their biggest labels. BJK. Investment seeks to replace the closest. Gaming. VDC, what is this one? VDC is an EFT. It's EFT. WWE. I didn't even know WWE was a publicly traded company. But yeah, the World Wrestling Entertainment. Like, I didn't know. And then lastly, IATA. Investments. So it's an EFT. So, EFTs, they are what they are. Population gets bigger on most days. Woo. $3,380 for a share of Amazon. Yes. Laura. So I have a few. Altera. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I think that was one of the things, Jimmy. So Altera, and I'm looking at the chart here. I do see they do offer dividends. So let's go back to the profile. Philip Morris. Yeah. Last week, just poof, there was EESH. What is that one? EESH. Development stage companies focus on providing mine site waste management solutions for application various processing capabilities, remediation, and reclamation services to the mining industry. Interesting. Wow, this make this easier for myself. Let's do year to date. Man, a bit of a dip the other day. Yeah, but man, these penny stocks, man. I won't say I can't get into them, but I'd be afraid of these Jones for real. I mean, their high has been 20 cents in the past, but they're down right now 5 cents, like a nickel and a half, almost 6 cents. You can get in and buy a crap ton of them, but you gotta buy thousands of these, in order to make $1. I don't know. I'm still small time. Like I'm not big time like you, Russ, yet. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. Let's see, orange is what? Okay, wow. It's gonna jump like crazy the other day. Oh, the other day it was 2019. I'm looking at the 5-year chart, trying to figure out what's going on. So let's see year to date. No, it got down to, that's not even 2 cents. That's low. See, this John is too volatile for me, man. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Not for me. Not for me. What up, Mike? How you doing this evening? I don't like it when you just pop up, Captain. Boom. You want to keep an eye on that one? If the big legislation passes, yes. So there was another company I was looking at, and I had shares in it. I think it might have been AGTC. Is it AGTC? Let's see the profile here. No, it wasn't AGTC. I can't remember what it was, but it was a stock that, like, it was a vaping technology type stock. And I can't remember what the ticker was, and it'll come to me, of course, after I finish the live stream. But I don't know. It's funny, Russ. Sonics. I am down in Sensonics on my Webull account because I bought in higher than I should have. I have a position at over $4. It's 4.08. Oh goodness. Was the link dash? Said I missed it with the storm. Oh, let me try and get you the link, Laura. I gotta find out how to. Bear with me a second, Laura, please. The link. I can share the link easier when I'm on my phone, but of course I'm not on my phone right now. Promotion center. Deposit. All right. So, Webull.com. Give me a second. Laura, please. Sorry. Motion center. Invitation bonus. There we go. And right now, gosh, it's so much harder. Like, all right, so I have. Copy your referral link. Gosh. All right. So here's the deal. If you use this referral link, we both get free stocks. Plain and simple. If you use this referral link, we both get free stocks. So you get a free stock when you open up an account, and then you also get a free stock when you fund that account. And like I said, the funding amount is like $5. So you don't have to put a crap ton of money into it. Now, one of the things I will tell you, if you use Webull from your phone, from your mobile device, you can purchase for some shares, or some things, you can purchase, excuse me. All right, Laura. There it is. There it is. You see number one. That was number one for you, Laura. You can purchase partial shares. So for Amazon per se, or Apple, or something that has a huge stock or share value, you can purchase partial shares on your mobile device. When you're using, or if you use the desktop app, you cannot purchase partial shares. Alright, Laura, that's what's up. So the one I'm using is US funds. Well, great. Great to hear. Definitely great to hear. Stop. No, it's not times 100. I mean, I'm sorry. That was the first one, Laura. That was the first one you saw. So yeah. All right. So here's the thing. All right. So here I'm gonna paste the link again for any of you guys who are interested or want to, get in. And this is a great time to get in investing, especially with, quote unquote retail investing as easily and accessible as it has been. It does not take much to get in, and you can kind of like trepidatiously get in there and get your feet wet and then get more comfortable with the terminology and everything that's going on and get better at it, and then kind of move on from there. That's where I've been, or what I've been doing in the past year and some change. I am definitely in a way better position than I was a year ago, or a year and a half ago. So for sure. Highly recommend, and would, invite you to do this. All right, so let's see here. Those of you guys who have hung around, no, man, Mike, no, I'm not trying to put you to sleep. Let's see. Trying to catch up. Yeah, Russ, that's what's up. You're absolutely right, Russ. Russ said, I'll throw $5 at a penny stock because it lasts longer than a lottery ticket. Sure enough. Going to read on it for sure. That's what's up. So here's the thing, which is crazy. So a year and a half ago, I was starting out in the stock market, and Alton told me about Moderna. He told me about Moderna. He told me, but the problem was I was drunk, and I was on a live stream when he told me about Moderna, and I was like, man, it's at like 35 or 40, and I just watched it. I put it on my watch list. Um, I put it on my watch list, and I was like, man, I have been watching it and watching it and watching it, and I'm like, when's a good time to get in? I'm like, when's a good time to get in? And it was never a good time to get in because the stock just kept going up and up and up and up and up. And then I caught it on a downturn day where it went from like 80 to just under 70, and I was like, you know what? Today's the day. I bought one share. My one share of Moderna is currently at like $425, $450. So, I mean, I got one share. Let's see, do I have it? Moderna is currently at 440. So yeah, there's that. And I bought it at 70. Well, not even 70. Married to a broker, can't get into it and can't get away from it. Yeah, shoot. Jimmy, she seems like. B, I just saw your comment. This is first. So some of you guys ask me, how do I comment and know that you guys comment on videos? I have the notifications come to my watch. That's how. So yeah, when I see the notifications, I know to reply to you guys. Speaking of which, let's check these notifications. Clearing. All right. Looking to make a big move into Limelight. I have heard of Limelight. Lucid, Darnell. Lucid. I'm hoping. Oh man, that might be the play for this Friday, man. I have. I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you that I send $50 to my brokerage every other week. I wish I could send more, but I can't. But I look for stocks that are under $50, and this is $2.45, and it looks like it might drop down a little bit in another day or two. I might have to open up my Chase brokerage and put this on a watch list. Like, buy this Friday. Buy this on Friday, because it's low. I think we need to invest in a trilogy: food, clothing, and shelter. So let's open up barbecue shops. Yeah. So speaking of which, if you have not invested in barbecue, BBQ is, I believe, is Famous Dave's. Barbecue Holdings. Profile. Alright, Barbecue Holdings Incorporated owns, operates, and franchises restaurants under the brand Famous Dave's. If you have a Famous Dave's in your area, you know what it is. I bought into Barbecue Holdings at the like $6.50, $7 mark in my main brokerage account. And it's at 16 right now. The charts, it's up right now. I mean, it could drop back down. So if you are so inclined, but BBQ is the ticker symbol. Actually watch it later. I'm on the phone with the Rabbit family for the rally. Okay. What is a charm winning necklace? It is the Scales of Justice. I'm a Libra. October 14th is my birthday. So, fun fact, I've had and worn this chain around my neck since I was 16. I am 40. I purchased this charm, this necklace, when I was 16. I don't take it off. The few times I can probably count on, my two hands how many times I've taken it off in 16, so 20 some odd years. And it seems like every time I take it off, something, I don't say bad, but something, yeah. Hey, Barrio Cookers, I got something in my eye. Hold on 1 second. I have to rub it out for me. Hopefully, while I am rubbing my eye, you can read between the lines. But God damn it, there's something in my eye. All right, Eric, thank you. Yoder, let's see. Y-O-D-R. I'm kind of bummed about Trigger and Weber. Yeah, Yoder is not publicly traded. Kind of bummed about Traeger and Weber. They're down like 20% from where I purchased them. So, not very happy, but that just means I have to buy in lower. Yes, October 14th. Famous Dave's Double Spit Pickles are the best. Yes, indeed. Buy shares of Weber and Traeger after December. Buy Clorox if you want to buy into Kingsford. Really? Clorox? C-L-O-R-O-X. Clorox owns Kingsford. Seriously? Yeah, 162. Bit rich for my blood. Professional products. So, a stock that I found, it was RGBY? I can't even. RBGY? Yes. RG. No, not that one. It's Reckitt Beckenster or Beckenster? RBG. Where is it? There we go. The ticker is RBGLY. I bought into this company a while ago. So they sell consumer products. And a big thing of the consumer products they sell are cleaning products. I was looking out and I'm like, who sells cleaning products? And I stumbled upon this company. The thing is, where Clorox sells a lot of things in the United States, this company sells a lot of things in the UK. Health and hygiene, postnatal, and home products. The company segments include ENA, DVM. The ENA segment consists of Europe, Russia, Commonwealth of Independent States, Israel, North America, Australia, New Zealand, blah, blah, blah. But, detergents, pest control, depilatory products, acne treatments. The portfolio of brands includes Durex, Mucinex, Skoal, Strepsis, Kling, Clearasil, Dettol, Harpic, Lysol. More. Yeah, that was the thing. I was trying to find out who owned Lysol, and that's when I found this company. So it's RBGLY. Yeah, Romeo Baker, Gloria, Lima, Yankee. All right. Yeah, I know that she's probably not Gloria. I don't know I can't remember what the G is, but yeah. First Love, what's going on? Nice, Gabriel. Yeah. -640. Oh. Chuck Hughes. Who's that? I did a price comparison between Restaurant Depot, Sam's, and HB. Restaurant Depot is by far the most expensive. HB is best value wise, but limited quantity. So that's the thing, El Barrio. I can find what I'm looking for at the Restaurant Depot almost every single time without hesitation. But I find that the price can be a little bit higher. But the convenience of being able to go to Restaurant Depot and get what I need, as opposed to me going to Sam's trying to find it, or to Costco trying to find it and being disappointed in the selection, and then having to go to the Restaurant Depot to buy it anyway. Welcome to my world. Chuck Hughes. Who is Chuck Hughes, Laura? Let's go out to the internet. T H U C K Chuck Hughes. Canadian chief television personality, restaurateurs, chef, and co-owner of Montreal. So he's a chef. All right. Wait, he was. Oh no, this is. Oh, that was somebody else. Another Chuck Hughes. All right. I cannot say I've ever heard of him. Trading champ, really? That's what's up. It's not nervous. It's not nervous, boy. It's just like I just, I play in my beard. It's, yeah, yeah, something to do. It's like I find and feel not the knots, but like it curls up. My beard is curly. So when I don't straighten it, and I did not straighten it today, you see how much how much longer my beard actually is, because my hair is curly. I have curly hairs. Yeah, it's definitely habitual. It's like it is. And it's crazy, Bobby, when I shave my beard down or off and I can't see it, or I can't, it's like I'll be sitting here and I'm like, I just pull it to straighten it out. And I have a cousin. So my cousin Brian, right? He pulls on his beard like this so much that the front of his goatee is straight. And I watched him do it. I'm trying to think if we were at, this is my cousin, Brian. And I can't remember if it was we were at a wedding, like one of my other cousins' wedding, or just we were hanging out. But the entire time he was doing this, pulling on his beard. And he was like, yeah, man. He was like, this part of my beard is so straight. I don't know why. He's like, the rest of it is just curly. I'm like, dude, I've been sitting with you for a half an hour, and you've been pulling on your beard the whole time. He's like, yeah. I'm like, you're straightening it in real time. He's like, I'm not like, he never noticed it because he just does it. Multiple transactions at HB, different locations. It's time consuming. Yep. What up, Adam? AJ's Ironworks, man. He throwing me off. That's Adam. Adam, what's going on? What's your highest viewed video? First love. Let's see. Let's go to video details, channel content. Let's go to dashboard. Let's see here. Videos. Let's filter by views. Crap. Analytics. There we go. And top videos in this period. Let's go to see more. And we will do lifetime. Lifetime. So my highest viewed video, let's see if this comes back. My highest viewed video is how to light charcoal without lighter fluid or a charcoal chimney. I have 288,597 views on that video. So it's crazy. So my highest viewed video is that charcoal, or how to light charcoal without a lighter fluid, or without lighter fluid or charcoal chimney. My second highest video is the video of when I went to, and I talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago. I went to it was a concert basically at a small venue in Baltimore, but it was from Nice Peter, or Nice Peter was singing the epic rap battles of history. He did it live, and there was a guy who got on stage from the crowd who knew Chuck Norris's part, and I'm Chuck effing Norris, Abe Lincoln versus Chuck Norris, ERB, so Epic Rap Battles live. That video says 217,000 views on it. And then the beard straightening video is my next highest viewed video, 163,000 views. And so let's see, number 4 is how much wood I use smoking meat and wood burning. One second. Wood burning. I can't see. Wood burning fire management, 142,000. And the 5th highest viewed video is the steel wheel fire pit, cook stove wheel rim fire pit. So I made a fire pit out of 2 steel wheels. I welded them together, cut out a section, and yeah, that was years ago. The video of when smoking meat goes wrong, that video that went viral-ish, is now my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th highest viewed video, and that one has 71,731 views on it. So yeah, easy way to season a new propane grill was number 6, 7, 6, and first smoke cook using the 275-gallon oil heating oil smoker. So when I first got Bessie, Jimmy says, okay, is there a difference between glass and plastic clear? It shows there's a difference. Yes. So the difference, Jimmy, is the glass is higher. It's more potent for sure. Like I could, and I probably, I don't know if this is. Oh yeah, them bubbles linger. I need a pyrometer. Pyrometer? Is that the if I had to guess, this is probably like in the 70s or 80s. Like, yeah. Yeah, I know. Steve McCormick's test the $83 mark. Yeah, I am. Look, I'm McCormick. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. But see, I don't have like the disposal. I don't have the dry powder, as people say. I did wheels, okay? Wheels. They are wheels. I hate when people call wheels rims. Rims is just that beautification ring. Okay, that is a rim. Um, yeah, I definitely, yeah. No, it's not. There's a difference between a wheel and a rim. Oh man, Adam, don't make me go into this like right now. Like I'm a car guy. I'm a car guy. Like, talking about a pet peeve. I'm sure you as a welder have pet peeves like welding pet peeves. And I, as a car guy, have pet peeves, and one of my pet peeves is people who call the wheels on a car rims. They're not rims. They are wheels. You have a wheel and a tire. A rim is a beautification ring, basically. My charts, if it goes my way, I'll be buying around 500 shares in one. Jeez, Darnell, I'm trying to get to that point, but I'm not there yet. Like, I listen, I make no qualms about buying 1Z, 2Z, 1, 2 shares or something. Gabriel says, come on, Dash is talking Japanese. I'm not talking Japanese. Anyway, let's bring Gabriel back into it. Gabriel, what do you want to talk about? Post up say something, comment. I'm at that point where I'm like, yeah, let's just talk about anything. What you want to talk about? I keep pivoting. I'm just like talking about wheels and tires. Talking about stocks, talking about this and that. We call it a rim. These here parts, wheels are for the cart. Nah, man. I'm like, it's 244. Or no, I'm telling you. If I can hold out, but I need to look at Limelight again on Friday when I get paid. Because, yeah, I'm trying to think how I can place a limit order or like a purchase order of Limelight for Friday. Because, man, I need that for real. For $2, like I'm all into buying, I don't say cheap stocks, but low, like and it looks like it's ready to go up for real. Let's go back. What is Limelight? They created services market is Limelight. Content delivery. Digital content. Isn't Limelight the app we all use? Download music. No, that was LimeWare. LimeWare. My husband said we had to update our wheels. He actually said wheels. I was looking forward to a car upgrade. Bobby, that's so funny. I need to like set up a wheel as where LimeWire, the LimeWire. Man, you talk about back in the day. Jeez. Actually never used. Did I use Napster? And I don't think I ever used Napster, but I did definitely use LimeWare. Like, definitely use LimeWare. Magic number to buy is 238 or lower. I believe I call it a pattern in the charts. That's what I'm testing. Well, I would love to say, it's one of those things, man, where I just don't have the dry powder. I'm not there, man. I don't have it just laying around. So every 2 weeks, I'm like, okay, I buy one thing or a share. Like this week leading up to Friday, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get another share of Traeger. I'm gonna get another couple shares of Weber because they're down like 20%. I'm like, I'd be a fool not to dollar cost average down, right? But now here you come along with some old new hot hotness. I'm like, $2.50 per share at, you know, $50 at $2.50 per share is a lot better than, one share of wherever, one share of Traeger. And I gotta kind of weigh it out. Wheels, trains, locomotive engines. I'll dealt with that in MySpace. Yeah. I need to employ my buddy Darnell as my financial advisor. Sure enough. He called it nasty because he stole it while he was napping. Yeah, I can't remember what movie that was from, but yeah, I remember that. What up, Johnny? Oh man, John, my view to a grill hat is not tucked away, but it's sitting on the other side of the room. Seriously, who can buy Amazon? I know, Russ. Like, I can't. Like, I would be purchasing. I would love to purchase partial shares, but I can't even afford to buy the partial share enough to like get into Amazon. Like, the partial share amount that you can buy, I can't afford it. But I'm like seriously debating switching my main portfolio to Webull, and if I do, then I mean, because with Chase, I'll tell you about my Chase. Talk about it. I have to purchase whole shares, and I'm like, I can't. I got a notification. There's a person at my garage. It's not a person. Freaking cat or something. One of them daggone deer. Steven says, Johnny, howdy. Steven, howdy is Howdy. AJ, definitely Adam. He says, well, my friends, gotta go. Good to see you again. Yes, indeed. Definitely thank you. Brother, glasses were in bed. Yes, indeed. Everybody have a great night. We will see you next week. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jimmy, for hanging out. I do better with the low test. Okay, I'm doing much better with the low test, and as you see, we're at 2.5 hours. If pattern is correct, I should clear around $65 every trade. Keep cycle stock. What do you mean, Russ? Damn, I don't know why to download music. Yes, indeed. Cyclical is a word. Yes, indeed. Cyclical. For sure. There's an animal crawling around outside. I just got another notification. It is now by the woodpile. I can't see what it is exactly. Good night, Jimmy. Night, John boy. Night, Michael. Night, Sarah. Good night. Whomever else. This is 2:38. Oh yeah, I see why you said to test the mark is 2:38. That was a low. Yeah, buddy. All right, I'm peeping it. I'm starting to get it. Zip loves that episode. All right. Anything else? Any other hot stocks I need to be keeping an eye out for, or we need to be keeping an eye out for? Not sure why, but I had to resubscribe to your channel. Seriously, Johnny? I mean, thanks. Did I piss you off and make you mad and you unsubscribed? How many times has it hit 238? Let's go back to a year. Alright. So, It hit 238 and then it bounced to 260 something. I don't know, man. See, it's it like hard bounced at 240. What's that? 516. Nice. That's what's up, Johnny. Yeah. He said if you made me mad, I would have respun the wheel. Damn right. Actually, I'm looking forward to seeing and getting that knife, Johnny. I am like stoked on getting that knife. I like seriously when I say I never like it's so funny. I saw the notification pop up, right? Bobby says never unsubscribe. Well, I mean, I piss people off every now and again, Bobby, I'm sure. But I saw the notification that, you know, I was like, oh man, I said, oh shoot, let me go ahead and watch. And I was the first person to watch the video, and I was the first person to comment, and I won. I was like, no way! I won a knife? Like, what? What? B said that was the worst $5 I spent. Johnny told me I was gonna win. Shoot. Gabe, I can't check right now. I saw your message, but I'm using my phone to do the live stream, so I can't. Like, I'll have to look at it a little later. Let's see. I think I may have. Yeah, I cleared it too fast. It didn't actually. The picture didn't hit my watch. But yeah, I'm stoked, Johnny. Like seriously, you guys who have those the Dow Strong knives, freaking Alton U. I'm trying to think who else is. I think CJ maybe. But yeah, dude, I am excited. It might be one of them things where it stays in my my bag. I carry it with me all the time, so I don't leave it around the house. Because I know that if it is as nice as I want it to be, yo, my kids, my wife, yo, do not touch this knife. I will cut you with this knife if you use this knife. Johnny says, keep it away from the kids. Yeah. Well, it's technically it's not the kids I have to worry about. It's taste tester number one. He's the one that wants to use, and my wife, like she uses my knives, and I'm like, yeah, well, you can't use this boning knife, or yeah, this boning knife just to cut steak. Like, no. Welcome back, Laura. I need to shave. I am so looking forward to it, though, Johnny. So looking forward to it. My cup is out. Do I normally keep my knives sharp? Yeah. I get my knives sharpened every about 2 or 3 months. I won't say I don't use my knives that much to the point where I dull them out. But the knives that I have are not really super duper expensive. And if you saw, and since you were unsubscribed to my channel, maybe you didn't see, but I have a guy who sharpens my knives. And I take my knives to him, and he charges me $5 per knife to sharpen my knives. And I'll just like take almost all of my knives. I have 2 boning knives, the brisket knife, the 12-inch slicer, a 8-inch chef's knife, a 10 or 12-inch chef's knife. I think it's 8-inch. An 8 and a 10-inch chef's knife, and then my pocket knife or pocket knives. I'll take them to him, and he sharpens them all. So I did a video a month, maybe 2 months ago, and it was titled something like the best knife sharpener in Maryland. And dude, yeah, like I take my knives to him, and he sharpened these knives in real time. And I did the video on him sharpening these knives for $5. It cost me $5 to get these knives sharpened, and when I say they are sharp, when they come from him, they are sharp. I know some people that will go and just buy new knives because the knives are $10, and it's like, listen, I'll buy a new knife every, 3 months, 4 months, as opposed to getting them sharpened. I'm like, I'm gonna get them sharpened. Oh no, Darnell. Whetstone, keep them sharp. So, oddly enough, Johnny, taste tester number one. We had some knives in the basement. These knives came from my younger sister-in-law. She had a knife block that she wasn't using, and I don't know how, but we ended up with the knives. So, taste tester number one was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna use the knives," and he's like, "Oh, the knives really aren't sharp." So he ordered a whetstone off of Amazon, and when I say he has gotten to the point where he sharpened these knives, like, it's funny because he only uses his knives. Okay, so I'm like, great, don't use my knives. What a knife is a steak knife. He said, I live with a rotten demon child. Yeah. Laura says she saw that video. Yes, indeed. Thank you for watching, Laura. But yeah, so the guy who I'm talking about who sharpens the knives, he has a van, and he sharpens the knives in the back of his van. And when I say, like, he has like 6 or so stations that he sharpens the knives on, and boom, gets it done. And I mean, I just put the knives all in a box or a brown paper bag and take them to him. Like I said, I usually get both of my boning knives sharpened, both of my steak knives, chef's knives sharpened, and the 12-inch slicing knife. At least 5, maybe 6. Like, the last time I took 2 pocket knives as well, and I have the Walt pocket knife, and then this other pocket knife I got off of Amazon. And after he sharpened them, I'm like, man, these, I talk about the bee's knees. Like, I can kind of tell when I need to go back and get my knife sharpened by when my pocket knife is dull. Because I use my pocket knife all the time. Like, it stays in my pocket. I use it all the time, cutting open boxes, cutting open things, envelopes, all of that stuff. And it gets dull. Like, it's still sharp enough to work, but it's not as sharp as it was. So that's when I'm like, all right, put all the knives into a box and take them to go get, sharpened. So usually, like, quarterly. Gabriel says I use Dexter knives. I have a few Dexter knives. I think I have 2 or 3 Dexter knives, and they're okay. I prefer to use a cheaper knife, only because I don't feel as bad when my family uses them. Hey, Steven, thank you very much. He said he posted a video as the best knife sharpener in Maryland. Russ said, I love that video. No problems whatsoever. Thanks, Laura. He's a knife ninja for sure. Russ says, see, Steven? That's why that's why you're blue. It's on point. For real. Definitely. And that's why Steven is blue. Definitely appreciate, like, seriously, those of you guys who hang out and are here all the time, I really appreciate you guys. Hey, look, if you are, I won't say new here, but if you have not already hit that thumbs up button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. I'm excited about the prospects of making some dough in the stock market. My wife and I were talking about stock the other day, and she's like, I'd rather you buy more shares of this and that earns dividends. I'm like, while I get that, I still would rather purchase shares that are having higher earnings, period, than the ones that are just giving us dividends. Because, like, right now, one of my, anybody have AT&T? Anybody have AT&T? I'm down in AT&T, but they pay dividends. But the amount they pay in dividends does not offset and is not higher than the amount that I'm down. The rest that I can't even highlight. Can't highlight what? Let's see. He's funny. Alright, those of you guys who are still hanging out and around, I do like to say thank you to you guys for being here on the live stream. So I'll try to make sure that Bryna, what is Bryna? B-R-Y-N-A. Is that actually a B-R-Y-N-A? Okay. Ah. Ah. Bryna SD. Nice. Marcel, how you doing this evening? Yes. Absolutely correct. So if I were to, let's see here, add in movie. So you can't actually, I don't think you can actually do it if you're on a mobile phone. If you're on your phone, I don't think you can do it. You have to be at a computer. So, all right, let's see. Can I make it? I have 13 minutes to go. Before, you know, we'll be at 3 hours. Jeez. Workhorse. Workhorse. What is that one? Workhorse group. Alright. Golly. From 42 down to 7? Man, oh man. Goodness gracious. Oh boy, Russ. ID10T errors are prevalent with this one. Add this one to the list. I should have set up an alert for. Nah, Russ. It's one of those things where you just kind of have to, you know. So if you're on a computer, all you do is you type the @ sign and then you start typing the name or the person name that you want to highlight. And then what ends up happening is you get a list. So if you type @ and then what is it? What is my name on this dang channel right now? If you type in BBQ, you'll see the list of my name. So @ BBQ. Excuse me. And I can highlight the comment to myself, which is crazy. Gabriel, not necessarily. I can't say that I've ever catered the desserts. Like the last couple catering jobs I've done, I have not done desserts. A lot of times people will just do like something simple like a pie or something like that. So like I said, I can't say I've done catering and desserts. But, you know, something to think about. Alright. Yes, Russ, there you go. He's like, I quit. He's like, I've highlighted, boom, alright, I'm done. You know, I've hit the quota or learning something new for the evening. I'm done. He's like, mic drop. Yeah. Where is Quester J? I gotta hit him up. One more drink, Dash. Come on. One more drink. I don't even have any more ice in my cup. I can't drink if I don't have any more ice in my cup. It's all gone. No more ice. Empty cup. Empty, 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 empty. I did well tonight. I did. I don't want to go overboard. Sweet potato pie, man. Keon, you. But so here's the thing, Keon. It's pumpkin season right now, so you know. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You have that orange pie, and it's like, is it sweet potato or pumpkin? I did. I do have some sweet potatoes growing. I just didn't do videos on them because the videos do not do well. Right in the kitchen. I know. Damn it, Laura. Laura's, you know, she's like, the ice maker's right there in the kitchen. Go get some ice. Take a clear shot for Steven since he wasn't here for the clear shot earlier. Oh boy, my knees. Oh my gosh, my knees. Alright. Alright. There's my clear pour for Steven. I don't have a mixer. Oh man. Keon says no. I know. Trust me, Keon. I am. Oh yeah. Much stronger than the last time. Last time I was water down in the bottom of the cup. Ah man, Laura. You know, Steven, she punked me. She did. She's like, the ice maker's right in the kitchen. Jeez, come on. All right. Russ said I grew garlic and I need to dig up the red potatoes. Yeah, I have never done, I won't say never done. I do have some potatoes behind me, like some red, red potatoes, but I didn't put them in the ground. Donnell says sweet potatoes, pumpkins, and yams. She said another never-ending argument. Yep, absolutely right. Yes, Steven. Cheers to you too. Russ said I'm choking on tomatoes. We're not going to talk about tomatoes. I've told you guys, I've showed you guys about the cherry tomatoes that I have growing in the front of my house. They have once again replanted themselves and they are trying to take over. They're trying to take over. The cherry tomatoes are like, it is ridiculous how many cherry tomatoes I have growing. Like, ridiculous. Yeah, Laura. She just punked the hell out of me. She, you know, peer pressure like a mug. And she says, love you, Dash. Shoot. Jerry. He says, hey, Dash, my bro. What's going on, Jerry? I am almost done. Like, yo, Jerry, I am, buddy. We're getting close to the end of the road here. End of my rope. For sure. Goodness gracious. Salad bar? What? What you talking about, Keon? Green tomatoes, you can make raspberry jam with them. How do you make a raspberry jam with green tomatoes? Like, what type of... What? Yes, I can see you. I'm not that drunk. Look. This gallon was fuller at the beginning of the evening, but, yeah. Overnight expensiveness. What? Yeah. I know that's not me. Like, I'm not that drunk. In Maryland, they do relish. Oh gosh, Bobby is so funny. She's cracking up every time I like play in my beard. What is it? There is a word for beard lover. I can't remember what the word is. But Bobby, I think you're it. You chop them, fine. Add sugar and 2 raspberry jello. It's awesome. Green tomatoes? Like, really? I can't say I don't have any green tomatoes, because I do. But we have... I don't even know what we're going to do with all these tomatoes we have. Like, the cherry tomatoes, I feel like the reason why they grow so plentiful is because we don't know what to do with them. We can't use them fast enough. And they hit the ground, they replant, they reseed, and then they come back like with a vengeance the following year, the next year. Like a vengeance. For sure. Russ said I'm experiencing spelling difficulties. Difficulties. Does it have anything to do with what you are consuming while you are typing? I know my difficulties are because... Okay, this is what? No! What did Jamie Foxx say? Blame it on the goose. Blame it on the henny. 5 cups fine chopped green tomatoes. 5 cups with sugar. Bit of lemon juice. When boiled, sugar dissolve. Add 2 jellos. Seal. Really? That is interesting, Laura. I feel like Russ is doing nothing but WHA. I don't know. Let's see. I'm at she Jello Freaks. Oh, what? He said Jello Freaks him out. I'm mad at Pizza Hut sending me this undercooked pizza. Oh man, Keon, sorry to hear that. I did the same with beet juice. Wash the beets before boiling. 5 cups juice, 5 cups sugar, bit lemon juice, and add 2 grape jello, 85 grams. Oh my gosh. Pieces of Stokes. I just got preferred vendor for this event in Freeport. There'll be a few thousand people there, and I'm so there. And so far, I'll be the only one selling food. I'm still rubbing my nipples right now. I'm trying not to imagine you rubbing your nipples. Like, I'm trying hard to not imagine you rubbing your, the no. Keon says Jello and veggies. I'll pass. If it tastes like a beet, put it in Jello. Yo, beets. I'm not of that generation where beets are good. Thank goodness. I dodged that bullet. Yeah, Kiana, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm feeling it for sure. Mm, mm. Like beats, like really? No, no. Beats are not good. Not good. Anyway, all right, guys, we have hit the 3 hour mark with the green tomatoes and tiny seeds look like raspberries. Yo, now lima beans, I get down with lima beans. So I've talked about how I take the turkey necks from the turkeys that I cook during Thanksgiving and Christmas and things like that, and I will smoke them and then vacuum seal them. So my wife will take those. Turkey necks and put them in the lima bean soup. Yo, that right there. Yeah, I can attest that lima bean soup, or at least the lima bean soup that my wife makes, fire. All right, guys. Steamed soybeans. Ooh, no. I should just can the cherry tomatoes. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's one of those things. I walk past them multiple times a day. I don't say 2 or 3 times, multiple times a day, and it's just like I gotta like pull them. So it's funny. I bought an immersion. You know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna be home. I work from home tomorrow. Maybe I will go out and pluck the tomatoes and make something out of them. No promises, but maybe I will. Steven says, later, taters, have a great rest of the week and upcoming weekend. Stay safe and be good, people. Happy Wednesday, people, Marcel says. Good night. Take care. Bye for now, Steven. Grandma cooked that almost every day. Night lovelies, Bobby says. Good night to you too, Bobby. Hold on. Here's a... what is the name of that? It's like Pogon file. It's not pagan file, or it's something. It's a beard lover. There is an actual term for someone who loves beards. Yes, Steven says, Bobby, Laura, good night. Good night, Steven. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Laura. Good night, Bobby. Good night, Steven. Good night, Keon. Good night, Marcel. Good night, Brian. Hey, good night, Gabriel. Good night, Keon. I said Keon already. Good night, Russ. I'm trying to go back in the comments and see who else is here. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for hanging out. Really do appreciate it. Terry said I posted it, Dash. I'll have to check out your Instagram. I'm going to post a quick aftermath photo of my garden. Maybe Dash will post it next week. Alright, we'll see, Russ. Hey, Russ, tag me in the picture so I can make sure I see it. No, Laura, I did not. Do not mention that word, because, just the mention of that word makes me have to yawn. Anyway, thank you, guys. Paganophile, thank you. Thank you, Terry. I knew it was, I knew it started with a P, but I didn't want to look it up. Paganophile. Yeah. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you so very much for hanging out. I appreciate you. And let's do this again next week. All right. See ya.